1 second, YouTube. Now this right here is a Red Baron pepperoni pizza with both those barbecue sauces that I have, plus some crushed up Doritos and some marshmallow. Wait, hold up. You put 2 different kinds of barbecue sauces, Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos at that, and some marshmallows on top of a pizza. That's just gross and weird. Now, if you think that's weird, check this out. Manchester to be renamed Peronchester after sexism complaints. Here we go again. Oh, smashed my knee. That hurt. Not. That was smooth. But this pizza is surprisingly good. I used the same barbecue sauces that I used on my last pizza video. Same temperature, 420 degrees, 18 minutes. Boom. The marshmallow is kind of puffed up and then popped and deflated all over the pizza. I get that women want equal rights and all that, and I'm all for it. But isn't this taking that just a little too far? The whole sexism movement that, you know. I will say, though, that Peronchester has a nice clock tower. I was checking that out. I saw that before I saw the title. I was like, ooh, clock tower, what's this about? And then, oh, okay. Okay, you know, I'm just saying, like, okay, I admit it, some men are pigs, but this is kind of going too far. I mean, it's kind of like when they wanted to change the name of the mountains in Wyoming, which is the Grand Tetons. They wanted to change it because it was pornographic or crude, and I'm just like, only if you see it that way. So, calling Peronchester Manchester, it's only sexist if you see it as such. Which leads me to think, are the women themselves sexist because they see it as a sexist thing? Quite possibly, yes. These are what you call your extremist feminazis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this video, but that's alright. Before I'm attacked for making this video, I fully support women having equal rights. I think it's bullshit that men and women do not get paid the same amount of money. What the fuck is that shit? So believe me, you're preaching to the choir when it comes to equal rights for both sexes, but I think calling, yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, dude. Like, and I took a couple marshmallows, tore them up into little itty bitty chunks, and just all over the pizza. First I did the barbecue sauces, then I did the crushed up nacho cheese Doritos, then I put the marshmallows on top to hold the Doritos in place. And then I baked it for 420 degrees at 18 minutes, however you say it, but yeah. You think this is weird? You think this is over the top? Now, it's a drastic comparison, I suppose, but putting marshmallows on a pizza with Doritos and barbecue sauce, that just sounds crazy. Now, I'll tell you what's crazy. as I am 80% British, according to Ancestry.com, yes, I said it, Ancestry.com, not a sponsor. Neither is DiGiorno, or in this case, Red Baron. But according to Ancestry.com, I'm 80% British. So I might have something to say about this. It's been called Manchester for the longest time, and nobody has had a problem with it until now. I feel like there are these bigots YouTube who look for a reason to be pissed off. Like they look for something mildly sexist or mildly racist, and even when there is no sexism, even when there is no racism intended, they look for it so they can raise hell and be pissed. And complaining about sexist complaints saying, it's called Manchester, why? And I'm like, okay, I'm all for gender equality, for women having more rights and having the same rights as men. But I don't know, when is it too far, YouTube? I don't know, like I don't know. At some point I have to ask myself, when is it too far? I don't know. I mean, if they're gonna do that, they add that. I mean, if they're gonna do that to make the sexist complaints stop, okay, cool, awesome. But I think that's kind of a stretch, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a dude, but I'm saying that because I don't know. To me, you know, what's next? We're gonna call Big Ben something different because Ben's a male name and that's sexist. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you could call it the Queen Victoria Tower if you want to be PC, but I don't know, man. You get people that are way too PC, and it's just like, This might piss off a lot of feminists in the UK, but, that's not my intention. Or at least it'll piss off the people who are making those complaints, but that's not my intention. I mean, it's the principle of the matter. Ladies, ask yourself if it was called Herchester for ever since it was built. Okay? Picture, if you will. If it was called Herchester and it was built, and that was what it was named for the longest time, and then a bunch of men came in and said, oh, that's sexist. It needs to be changed to Manchester. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sure if the shoe was flipped, a lot of women would be going, what the fuck? It was called this for the longest time. They'd be saying the same shit I'm saying, right? You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know what I'm saying, like that's just a fair point. I mean, I might get a lot of hate for saying it, but you get hate for doing anything anymore. Having an opinion. Eating random weird shit on YouTube. I'm just saying you're complaining because a building is named Manchester when you should be complaining about, and they do, the unfair pay rates. I don't know, if I was a woman personally, if I see a building that's called Manchester and then I see over here pay rates aren't the same, I'd be like, well, I'd kind of be more focused on getting equal pay than I would changing the name of a building. I mean, that's just that's just my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's been historically known as such. Oh shit. Almost swallowed that down the wrong tube. I mean, technically speaking, Big Ben is named for the bell in the clock tower. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept if you think about it. You have a historical landmark. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to fight with people on this issue. It's just something I thought I'd bring up. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, people will look for sexism and racism in any situation where it's not intended. They'll look for a reason to be a bigot and bitch and say things like, well, that's sexist, or that's racist, or that's this, or that's that, that's blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's this one chick on YouTube who said, and I quote, if you call somebody by the gender that they don't identify as, it's a violent crime. And I'm like, what? Okay. This guy sets up a booth at a college campus, one of those prove me wrong booths, and this one chick goes up to this guy, and she tries to sound like she's smart, but she really just comes off as extremely ignorant, and she's sitting there going, well, if someone identifies as a girl, but you call them a guy, because blah, 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 that's just a violent crime, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, okay, how is it a violent crime? Did they physically punch the person? Did they say, I want to kick your ass? Did they say, or attempt to hurt them in any physical form? No. But to most people, and I hate saying this, but it's the truth, most people would see the sex you are now, you know what I'm saying, they're going to identify you as the sex you are now. It is what it is. And then you get these people who are like, they're saying they're agender, which means they don't have a gender, which, what's next? People are going to be saying they were goddamn Charizard. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Facebook and YouTube, social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like how when people say if they say they're agender, that they don't have a gender, yet you still have a gender, bud. Agender is a type of gender. That's why the word agender is, you know what I'm saying? Agender is a type of gender. Otherwise, you can't just sit there and say, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Genderless is still a gender. You know what I'm saying? Because the word gender is in it. You know what I'm saying? Even if people say they don't believe in any religion, yes, well, the belief in nothing is still the belief in something, isn't it? I mean, that's a far stretch from what I was originally talking about, but, you know, I don't know. There might be some people who disagree with me, but like I said, I copied the article and I'll post it and paste it in the description box below in the video so you can see for yourself what I'm talking about here. Women who complain about sexism towards men and are so quick to lash out at men, you're no different than the men that treated you like shit. You know, not every guy is a total fucking pig. And, you know, women constantly are saying things like how they're tired of men and all their shit, and you hear men say the same thing about women, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, that just comes from people being shitty to each other. That's all that is. Pizza and politics. And you know what's funny about this too is Sophia Moore, who's one of my female friends on Facebook, shared the article. And she comments, "I'm dead from laughing, LOL," you know, that type of. And I seen the article and I'm like, see, even some chicks are gonna find this a bit too far. Some chicks are gonna look at this and go, okay, that is too far. You know. But, yeah. For those of you who are interested in purchasing a wand, I'll be making 20 wands in my next batch. As quickly as I can. That'll definitely give me enough money to do what I gotta do. Or get to do, or hope to do, you know. Yeah. It's a cute girl here in town I want to ask, god damn it. But I don't want to just show up with, like, no freaking money. That's, like, a cheapskate move, you know. Yeah. I mean, some women are more independent, and, you know what I'm saying? They like to pay for things, too. But at the same time, it doesn't hurt to have a little extra cash on hand, you know what I'm saying? I know that sounds old-fashioned, but, you know, to Personchester. Ha! They changed it from Manchester to Personchester. Oh, yes. Going from Manchester to Personchester because the word man is sexist. Like, literally, some of these women are just triggered. All you gotta do is say man. And who said that? How dare you? It's so pathetic. And you gotta think, women like that are not doing any favors for their sex. You know what I'm saying? Women like that make their sex look bitchy and, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's no different than when guys knock up a chick and then leave and don't stick around. That's a typical guy move, is it not? You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh. both men and women do things that make their sex look bad, and it's just human nature, and it's just so sad. We can't have it called Manchester, we can't have it called Womanchester, because then men would say that's sexist, and then we can't just leave this kind of shit alone. We have to have something to bitch about. So let's bitch about a historic building in the UK that's been around for hundreds of years, mind you. Let's bitch about it because the name implies. I don't know, man. Like, this is the kind of crap that makes me chuckle just a little bit. Like, I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm all for taking sexism and racism out of our society 100%. But changing the name of the Manchester building to Person-chester because the word man's in it, that's, I don't know. So that's a little too far. Some women might be like, yeah, I get that. And some women might be like, no, I don't agree with that, dude. That's, you know, I mean, man. And it's unfortunate because there's a lot of nice women out there, but you get these feminazis who are so offended that, by golly, the word man's in the word Manchester, we gotta change it to Person-chester because that's sexist. That's sexist, you know. These are the kind of women that make women in general look bad. And it's unfortunate. It really is. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, you get the asshole politician males. You get some women coming forward with asking male politicians about rape, and these male politicians just turn away like, get away from me. And it's just like, how disgusting is our human race? Like, people do not have to suck this hard, but yet I sit here flabbergasted. Oh, damn it, I smell sexy. Now, here's the thing of it, YouTube. Most chicks would be lucky enough to date me, because even though sometimes I ain't always the richest person in the world, I give it 110% and I try. And I listen and I care. And that's what pretty much every woman wants in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the sex. Most women just want somebody that cares and listens. Ladies, it's very easy to please a man. We're not that complicated. We're really not. But if you don't communicate your emotions, and then you can't expect the man in your life to listen if you don't properly communicate. That goes for both sexes. I don't care what you're into, man, woman, whatever. You can't sit there and say, they never listen, but then you don't, you know what I'm saying? Stop using the word pussy to describe people that are weak. Because vaginas are not weak. They give birth to children. You want to be like that, you can call somebody a chicken shit. Like, you hear people say, well, you're a pussy if you don't do it. You know, shit like that. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? YouTube, what the hell is that shit? I hear women say this shit too, and I'm like, That's just so degrading to your own sex. Why the fuck would you do that? But I suppose women have the right to use that more than men do, but that's just my take on it. But still, you know. Now, I may have my fangirls, and that's nice, but it's not the girl I'm asking out, for one. And two, pretty much all my fangirls that I know of don't even live anywhere near me. Eh. You know what I'm saying? YouTube. So, like, if I got a girlfriend here in town, she wouldn't have to worry about shit. She'd get to be the girl that all my fangirls want to be. Yeah. Oh, trust and believe, chicks love making other chicks jealous. It's just human nature. Guys do it too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got all these chicks who watch my videos and would sell their soul to have sex with me. You know what I'm saying? I got these chicks who watch my videos religiously, and hoo-wee. Trust and believe. Do my fangirls get a little bit jealous when I have a girlfriend? Kind of, yes. But they're also happy for me at the same time, so that's, you know, that's how it goes. Now fuck treating your girlfriend like a queen. Treat her like a goddess. You feel what I'm saying, YouTube? Oh. Yeah, buddy. But there you have it. Crazy ass video for y'all's entertainment. Food for thought. You can hate me for posting it, or you can agree with me. It really is your choice, but that's my 2 cents on it.